let's talk kind of big picture trends here. We've seen the proliferation of the three, obviously, small ball, kind of the positionless basketball in the NBA we've seen over the last few years. What's the next big trend coming?
Well, I think switching. I don't know if it's coming as much as it's here. That's probably something for us coaches that's one of the more difficult things to figure out. People are getting better at it.
Switching defensively.
Switching defensively, yeah, and switching again and switching again. You know, it used to be that big guys used to want to come out on the floor and handle the ball. Now they're coming out to shoot, which for us is a problem because we've got a big guy in there that we want to keep near the basket. But I think the skill set, it fits with, you know, kind of the versatility and the small ball stuff, but you're getting everybody on the court that can shoot, which makes it difficult for you defensively.
I'll tell you another thing, you know, for us especially is now everything's kind of being inverted offensively. And what I mean by that is, you know, Draymond handles the ball quite a bit for us. And we'll run Steph up into a pick and roll while Draymond handles it. And with the skill set that everybody has developed over the years, you know, everybody wants to play on the perimeter. So guys that are, you know, 6, 7, 8 years old, they might be almost 6 feet at the time because they're quick growers. You know they're going to be 7-footers or close to that. They're working on shooting a three. They're working on handling the basketball. And so they're so skilled by the time they get to our level, you can put them in all types of different positions. And we do. We let Draymond handle it, tell Steph to go set a pick and roll, and Steph picks and pops, and we see what the defense can do with that. You know, they may switch, but it causes a little bit of a hesitation because that power forward is guarding the ball. Steph comes up and sets a brush screen, and now he's got to figure out where Steph popped to. And, you know, Steph obviously has everybody on high alert, so now he's closing out, and, you know, it's crazy. But doing stuff like that, in my opinion, at least especially offensively, has really made the game change in a lot of different ways.
So where does that lead us?
There's so many good things that Golden State, they do, but that their 4 and 5s are such great passers, and it puts you in some tough positions to guard them and all their great shooters they have on the floor. But I think eventually you might end up being like 10 perimeter players guarding each other. And it's like the centers are almost like dinosaurs. You have to figure out how to utilize them, how to utilize their skill set.
Dave, is there a place for that 7-foot guy, the big, strong guy with his back to the basket?
Yeah, I mean, we played that way in Memphis, you know, 3 out, 2 in, and pound it. And we were kind of everybody's knuckleball. We were different to play. But I guess I'm looking for, you know, it's always seemed like a lot of championship teams had a stretch 4, and now 5s are starting to shoot them. You see Marc Gasol and different 5s stepping out and shooting them. But where's the next Corliss Williamson? The nasty 3-man that can play on the perimeter and switch on one end, and he can dive in there and just kick your tail in the post. Maybe it goes all the way back around. Not necessarily that it's a 4 or 5 power guy, but maybe it's a big 2, a big 3 who can take a switch as teams are doing and go down there and beat somebody.
You end up with post-up matchups, which used to be the bigs.
Right.
If Corliss is a 3, you know, being able to play through the post, I think, too. It's been a pick-and-roll game for a while. And what Mike's talking about, when there's different guys in pick-and-roll, it does create confusion. Another thing that they do, we're going to be talking about Golden State's offense a lot, but playing through different guys on the post and a lot more screening actions. I think what Dave's saying too, because there is so much switching, that you're going to see almost like the old-time motion Coach Knight Indiana basketball, where players have to learn how to screen and read screens in order to attack that stuff.
Jay, you guys do a fantastic job with it, because wherever Giannis is, I mean, you know, and I know you run the same play 2 or 3 times because you played so long. You were playing point guard in the coaching box over there, and you see a 1-3 switch or whatever, and I mean, I know it tortured us this year, so that's why I bring it up for you.
I think you're going to find that you're going to have your 5 best players, but they're all playmakers.
Yes.
That's where it's going, I think, and I could be wrong. I'm wrong a lot. But I think we talk about Golden State, but I think you're going to see 5 guys on the floor, no matter if they're 7 feet or 5'10", who can play make and who can read, right? 6 minutes left, no matter you got to have someone who's a threat on the floor, not just at a three, but, you know, Sean Livingston, I love him to death. He's a post-up. He doesn't have to shoot a three to be effective. He can also pass the ball. He thinks the game. And if you can get 5 guys out there who can think the game, that's your championship team.
That's another player that's largely gone away as the post-up guard.
Yeah, you know, I think I'm all for everybody posting up. You know, anybody who can touch the ball, hopefully you can get them to play defense, right? And that's the way we look at it in Milwaukee is we'll post up Giannis, Jabari, Chris Middleton, Malcolm, whoever, so that we can get everybody feeling a part of the game and so that we can get them to play the other side of the floor.
So it sounds like you're talking about the Warriors, obviously, kind of all getting to the same thing is you need guys who know how to pass, who know how to shoot, and they don't necessarily have to be physical, they have to be skilled.
I think they have to guard too. They have to be able to defend.
Yeah.
You know, that's one of the things that if you do have players at various positions, if they get hurt on the other end, it negates that a little bit. I think passing is the equalizer. If you can't shoot, you know, to be able to play through whomever it is and allow them to pass and cut, because the floor isn't that big. At least that's my hope with our team. Otherwise, we're in deep trouble.